I want to quickly talk to you about WP Engine versus Kinsta versus Nexcess versus Flywheel for managed WordPress hosting. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous. If you were to ask me, if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast WP Engine versus Kinsta versus Nexcess versus Flywheel, and we're referring to managed WordPress hosting. What is managed WordPress hosting? First, let's go through normal WordPress hosting. It's very simple. You get a regular web host, and that host usually gives you an easy way to install WordPress. So you have a host, WordPress is installed, and that's it, right? Most WordPress hosting works like this. So the installation can be an I click install, but nothing special happens after that. You get the basic version of WordPress, the same version that you would get if you install WordPress on a server that you own. Okay, and managed WordPress hosting takes things a little further. You get a bunch of extra stuff. So instead of a basic host with WordPress installed, everything is built from the ground up with WordPress in mind. So the hosting infrastructure is tailored to WordPress, and the hosting company usually customizes WordPress itself to make it better. So your sites will be a lot faster, will be more secure, and you'll have much better support since the hosting team specializes in WordPress. So the downside is that managed WordPress hosting is more expensive. This kind of makes sense if you think about it, because you're getting more value, so the price is ultimately higher, right? What's important in a WordPress hosting provider? Before we get into WP Engine, Kinsta, Nexcess, and Flywheel, you got to know what's important in a WordPress hosting provider. You need to decide how much hand-holding you will need. Very important. You want to estimate the amount of traffic you expect, and please, be honest with yourself, all right? And you need to understand the different categories of servers. You need to be cautious about unlimited offers. We see this a lot, and some of those, I would say some of those announcements are sort of, they're not true, they're false. And you need to choose a portable content management system to avoid lacking, and you need to own your own domain. And so here is what you need to expect with managed WordPress hosting. As I said earlier, there are four important things that you need to keep in mind before you think about choosing WP Engine, Kinsta, Nexcess, or Flywheel. There are four things. Managed WordPress web hosting is faster, so more server and application level optimization provided by the host. That means what? Better speeds, right? So, and it's more secure and therefore more stable. So the behind the scenes teams are only looking to stop WordPress focused attacks and can enforce WordPress specific policies on its users. For example, the banned plugins that we all have heard about. And the cool thing here is that this automatically correlates to more uptime. And uptime is very important for your search engine and your rankings because your site loads faster. Very important. And customer support with a managed WordPress hosting is also better because the help desk and support staff are WordPress experts. They understand your sites and the plugins you're using. They're essentially optimized to help you, not a normal host with customers running all sorts of applications. On top of that, managed hosts have built their business model on providing service, unlike cheaper hosts that may have not invested in customer support or who may even purposely provide unbearable tech support. And the fourth thing that's very cool here with the managed WordPress hosting is that more maintenance is done for you. In other words, you have automatic WordPress updates that are done, and those install security updates. So the backup process is faster and more reliable. And the cool thing here is that daily and restores are typically free. And WordPress is automatically and correctly installed. And you also usually get a staging environment to try new things with no risk to your current website. So that's kind of cool, right? So those are the four things. This is the quatuor you need to think about. So these types of services alone can justify the increased price tag of managed WordPress hosting. All right, so that's kind of important to think about. In addition to managed WordPress hosting, it's worth also considering a 24/7 WordPress support partner. You want to have companies that are fully dedicated to supporting you in your WordPress needs, especially if you need more help with the technical stuff. If you're not, if technicality is not your forte, you might want to think about that. Now, before I get into the actual compare and contrast, please check out this short video. It sort of tells you about our very vigorous approach when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing website hosting providers, especially WordPress web hosting providers. Check this out right now, please. All right, let's first talk about Nexcess. So Nexcess is really for power users. So this is a powerhouse that's designed to service other powerhouses. So if you are an enterprise customer or you are charged with managing multiple WordPress sites, little will go wrong when you use Nexcess. This is the stability that they're selling to you. It's fantastic, and so you have all the technology and support you need to make your site hum. So you have auto scaling, one-click staging, automatic plugin and core updates. You have 24/7, 365 support, and I'm referring to phone, chat, and email. Fantastic. You have platform specialists with deep WordPress expertise. With Nexcess, you have proactive security. You have something what they call Nexcess CDN. This is a program that allows you to effortlessly improve page speeds with their built-in content delivery network, their CDN. And you can try and manage the WordPress hosting free for 14 days, and you can sign up for once after 14 days you can actually sign up or cancel. And we're showing you right now on the screen here right now, folks. You see the different planes. You have the Spark, you have the Maker, you have the designer, you have the builder, you have the producer, and you have the executive that is capped at $366 per month. And they also have the enterprise. The enterprise is a lot more expensive. It's $67 per month. And this is very important. So overall, one thing I want to say here is that with Nexcess, you're getting quality. You're getting stability. You have access to MySQL, SFTP, and SSH. You also get Git version control. You have security, you have speed, you have customer support. All those are virtually unparalleled. Now, of course, it comes at a price tag. So in terms of price, this is not the cheapest player on the block, but it's certainly one of the strongest players on the block, especially when it comes to WordPress, managed WordPress hosting. I want to talk to you now about Kinsta. Now, with Kinsta, you want to look for alternative managed WordPress hosting. So price starts at $30 a month. Premium managed WordPress hosting, all features included across all plans, and this is built for scalability. And the cool thing here is that let's say if for some reason you don't want to use WP Engine as a premium WordPress host, you want to go to Kinsta. I'll speak about WP later on, but because Kinsta is kind of cool too. It is a fully managed WordPress host with similar prices, so it makes sense. It makes sense as a great alternative if WP is not an option for you. What we love with Kinsta is that it can handle any volume of traffic that you need. You won't have to worry about switching from outgrowing them. All right. They emphasize scalability, and I'm showing you right now here. You can see on the screen the pricing. It goes from $30 all the way to 1500. So you have $30 for the starter, you have the pro, you have the business. They recommend you to have the $100 a month. You have the business 2, business 3, all the way to enterprise 3 and enterprise 4. And one thing we love with the Kinsta is the impressive constellation of features that they have. You have speed. They offer a speed obsessive architecture. In other words, they use state-of-the-art technology like Nginx, PHP 8.0, LXD software containers, MariaDB, and compute-optimized virtual machines to make sure your website loads in the blink of an eye. Think about it. This is fantastic, especially if you are in e-commerce. You want to be able to have high availability. You want to have the automatic scalability. You want to have the complete resource isolation. You want your site to actually load as fast as possible. Kinsta also offers next generation infrastructure. They have some integration to Google Cloud Platform, and they offer free site migration. So moving your site to Kinsta will not incur any downtime. So they have an expert migration team that will take care of you, will take care of everything for you. They'll even assign a temporary domain to your migrated site, and they will check everything before you go live. Fantastic. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you? We are still having a conversation about WP Engine versus Kinsta versus Nexcess versus Flywheel for managed WordPress hosting. Let's talk now about Flywheel. Flywheel is great for freelancers and agencies. This is a fantastic company. And this is a managed WordPress host for those two categories. So if you build sites for clients, you should consider seriously Flywheel. And compared to WP Engine or Kinsta, Flywheel has a significantly lower price for entry. So I'm showing you right now on the screen. You can see their pricing. So you have it goes from $13 a month all the way to 242. So the tiny $13, starter $25. You have the freelance $96. And you have the agency $242 a month. And they also have, and this is for the managed WordPress hosting. They have two categories. So the thing is, if you manage sites, you want to look for managed WordPress hosting. If you manage clients, you want to actually pay attention to their growth suite. So growth suite gives your agency the tools you need for growth, including subscription billing, client management, and revenue insights. So you have freelance $113 a month, agency $275 a month, and for something custom, you need to call the sales office. One thing we love with Kinsta is that with Flywheel is that they have a 24/7 support team of WordPress experts that's always on standby whenever you need help. So you have a light and fast, reliable site performance. You have maximum security against hackers and malware. You have real support from real experts 24/7. So you are basically saying goodbye to robotic auto responses and low quality answers, right? So they have a team of technical WordPress experts. They're just there to answer your questions. And you have a simple, streamlined experience from start to finish, right? So the Flywheel platform doesn't just help you manage your WordPress sites. It also helps you optimize your workflow. So whether you are a solopreneur or part of a large creative team, the dashboard has the tools you need for success. But again, it's great for freelancers and agencies. Last but certainly not the least, I want to talk to you about WP Engine. This is the best managed WordPress hosting. So basically, normally the price starts around $30 a month. They have month-to-month pricing. We love that. We literally love that. And you have a free domain and SSL certificate, and you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, WP Engine is arguably, in our view, based on our research, hands down, the best WordPress hosting service out there. They provide a truly excellent product. It does come at a price though. So a fully managed WordPress host is noticeably more expensive than shared hosting providers. So WP Engine's lowest price plan is $30 a month, and that's only for one 10 gigabyte site with maximum 25,000 visitors a month. So I'm showing you right now here on the screen. You can see they have different tiers of pricing. So they have what they call the managed hosting. So this gives you industry leading speed, security, and stability that you need to start or grow your website. So the pricing goes from $25 to $241 per month. That's per month. Then you have managed hosting plus. This gives you the ability to safely and automatically update all of your plugins to ensure your site doesn't break. And pricing here starts at $28 and goes all the way to $258. And for larger needs, you need to contact sales to get a customized plan or customized offer. And then you have secured hosting. So secure hosting gives you all the speed, scalability, and security in managed hosting plus, as well as an additional layer of protection that is ideal for e-commerce sites. So if you have a Shopify, or you have some kind of e-commerce website, an online store that you want to actually, and you build it through WordPress, you might want to sign up for this. And the process here starts at $44 and go all the way to $291 a month. One thing I want to say here is that when it comes to WordPress, when it comes to WP Engine rather, you need to factor in the price, because it is, even though this software is an incredibly appealing option for WordPress site owners, you have to think about the price. Bottom line is that if you want a blazing fast site where everything is taken care of automatically, you will want WP Engine. Customer support is also laser focused on WordPress, which makes for highly competent, knowledgeable support staff available through track tickets and on live chat 24/7. All right, folks, this is basically the end here. Let's just quickly recap here. Now, which one to choose? This is the $1 million question, right? Which one to choose? Now, before I get into I give you the answer, you got to have a few things in mind. Before choosing a managed WordPress hosting provider, you got to ask a few things. What is important for you? What is important for your company? Do you need a lot of hand holding or little? Have you estimated the amount of traffic that you expect? And please be honest with yourself. Again, because remember that those providers, they charge based on among other things, they charge based on the number of visitors you have per month. So you need to estimate the amount of traffic you expect. Do you understand the server types? Which kind of server do you need? Again, if you are in e-commerce, if you're in Amazon, if you're doing drop shipping, you don't need the same server and speed as someone who just has a brick and mortar shop somewhere in Omaha. All right. Do you want to choose a portable content management system, a CMS, to avoid lock-in, or are you okay with a non-portable CMS? So those are important questions that you need to ask yourself. And are you a solopreneur or a small business? Again, those are questions you need to ask yourself to kind of figure out which one is good for you. Do you have an IT team in-house? Because this is going to be very important if you have an IT team in-house, because it's going to dictate whether or not you need a lot of hand-holding. So at the end of the day, you have to think about what really makes sense for you from a standpoint of all the features that I just mentioned. But in our view, right now, our pick, and you have definitely thought about it, is Kinsta. Why? We have chosen Kinsta. The Kinsta, the score is 9.5 over 10. WP Engine, same thing, 9.5 over 10. Flywheel score 9 over 10, and Nexcess score 9 over 10. Basically, there is a tie, if you think about it, between Kinsta and WP Engine. The only thing is, if you are budget conscious, you want to go with Kinsta, because WP Engine, as I said before, is pricey. The quality is there, fantastic, but it is pricey. So this is for the players who have a bigger budget. But Kinsta is great because they actually cater to beginners, they cater to established small businesses, they cater to everybody, and they have their suite of services is analogous, is similar to the one that WP Engine offers, except the price. So our pick is Kinsta, and the followed closely by WP Engine. All right, thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.